Hello, friend, and welcome back to another episode of the Camera Brave Show. My name's Marissa, your Camera Brave video marketing coach, teaching you how to take videos and feel confident on camera. This is episode number 36, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the revenue building side to video and ways that you can actually use video far beyond social media to add income to your business. Before I dive on in, if you're enjoying the Camera Brave Show, would you please take a quick moment of your time and leave us a review over on Apple Podcast. It very much helps us continue to build out the platform and to bring new and exciting guests to you guys. So if you could please just take a moment, rate the show, tell me what you're thinking in a review. I would love to hear it. So this episode was inspired by a recent launch that I did of the Camera Brave Club. So the club is my monthly coaching group where I teach entrepreneurs how to take videos that grow their social media. And we just closed our doors. If you're interested in wanting to learn more, you can go to camerabraveclub.com to get on the wait list for the next time we're open. However, the next training that I'm releasing will be for Zoom. So each month I release a new training, and so far, they've been on different social media apps, things like how to do Instagram Reels, Facebook Lives, TikTok. But this is the first training that I'm doing that is not social media based. And to me, I'm very aware of all of the benefits of Zoom, but I realize that some people that may be newer to like the online space may not necessarily realize how useful of a tool Zoom can be. So I want to dive into all the ways that I've been able to use Zoom to build things that are income generating in my business and hopefully inspire you to either feel the motivation beyond just social media for the skill that is learning to take video and represent yourself on camera, and maybe give you some ideas as to new ways that you can explore and continue to grow in your business. Okay, why Zoom? Here are some of the awesome capabilities of Zoom. First of all, it's very inexpensive. I do pay for Zoom, it's free. However, if you want to record over 30 minutes, you do have to pay $14 a month for Zoom. To me, that is absolutely worth it because I release new trainings they're roughly 20 minutes, but I also do coaching calls that go way beyond 30 minutes. So to me, it's absolutely worth it. Another thing about Zoom is that you have the opportunity to record video and audio. So all of my podcast episodes, even before there was a video component, were taken through Zoom. Zoom is the platform that I use. I connect my webcam, I connect my microphone, and then my computer is running Zoom to actually capture this video. And then it will save that onto a file either up in the Zoom cloud or onto my computer. I recommend saving it onto your computer. If you're brand new to an app, first of all, always do a test run because you just never know what's going to happen. And for Zoom, I've noticed that when I save into the Zoom cloud, it will degrade the quality of my video, which is not okay with me. We have to have high quality video around here. I have very high standards when it comes to my own content. So no way am I going to release like pixelated, grainy videos on the Camera Brave page. No way. If you see that, I've been hacked because that's just not something that I stand for over here. So I save all of my Zoom meetings to my computer, even if it's a coaching call, even if it's just talking with a client to get their feedback or get their opinion on how a program is going. Everything is recorded and everything is saved onto my computer. That way I always have high quality files. Now, what I do have is an external hard drive. So I will save all of those files onto my external hard drive when my computer starts to fill up. To me, the investment of just getting your own hard drive to be able to house all of your content is so worth it to have that high quality image. There's also a little feature inside of Zoom that allows you to turn on HD video because it will revert to standard definition video. So I know I may just have gotten a little techie mumbo jumbo there for you guys, but let me bring it back a little. So that's another feature that I really love about Zoom is the capability to record. That's why I chose Zoom in the first place, was the ability to record and the ability to share your screen. There are a handful of different apps that you can use to do this. There's also Loom with an L. I personally have not gotten very deep into Loom, but as I do, I'll continue to talk about it and let you guys know, what sort of capabilities Loom has, but I am with Zoom currently because the ability to record, the ability to share your screen. So if you are trying to teach or do some sort of tutorial, being able to share your screen allows you to show, for me, I'll show different equipment products that people may want to purchase. I'll show how to actually post things onto YouTube or go live on Facebook from your desktop. There's a lot of capabilities for things that I teach that having the ability to share your screen, so helpful. And then the last super helpful feature of Zoom is the ability to stream it live inside of a Facebook group. This is so valuable for the Camera Brave Club and the group that I have, because coaching calls and sending out a Zoom link, that's great. But what you want is to make it as easy as possible for people to get to your content. So when I'm doing a coaching call, I want it to be so simple. I don't want you to have to dig through your email. I don't want you to have to find the exact link. If you just want to watch my content, I want you to have 7 different places to watch it. I want it to be so easy for you to be able to watch my content that you don't even have to think about it. So I stream all of my coaching calls inside of my private coaching group. This way, anyone who isn't necessarily able to join us on Zoom, they can watch it right there. Now, are all of my calls recorded and uploaded to the club? Absolutely. But again, easy. I want it to be easy. I want to put in the work so that way it's effortless for you to watch. So having the capability to do a coaching call, have the opportunity to bring up my clients and talk to them and really get to the root cause of what problem they're having and really represent and really present them with solutions. That's a huge deal for me. Being able to record that call so that way they can reference it later, or anyone who's not able to make it live can reference it later. And then being able to live stream that into the Facebook group so that if you kind of just feel like maybe watching or putting it on while you're doing work, you can. You don't have to go through any effort to find the link or go find where it's recorded after the call. As simple as possible. I also make sure that my closed captions are on the Facebook Live. So it does pretty good at being able to actually translate it, because 85% of videos are watched without sound. So while people are doing things, while people are at their 9-to-5 job and they want to watch my coaching call, I want to make sure it's as easy as possible for them to do so. Okay, so those are all of the reasons why I love Zoom. So here are some ideas of how you can use Zoom and creating video to actually generate income into your business. I'm going to start with number 1, because I know a lot of people in my audience are in this position: building a course. If you are building a course, you 100% need to have a video component to that course. Why? Because that helps with the ways that people learn. Now, you may have people that don't necessarily learn better through video, but you should absolutely have the option to have video content for the majority of us who are visual and auditory learners. If you want a format where you are presenting everything out just in writing, like blog style and ebook style, then I wouldn't recommend going with a course. When people take a course now, they're assuming that they're going to be taught through video. They're assuming that they're going to have some sort of way to work through the content. Maybe it's worksheets or different activities. And they're assuming that there's going to be at least some component of the educator or the coach talking to them about this topic, because we retain information better that way. We retain information visually. Like from a marketing standpoint, using video is the smartest tool. So if you're considering launching a course and you're on this page, then you know to some level, you got to have video in your course. You've got to be able to talk to your audience in the most direct way so that they can learn and that they can get the most value out of your content. I personally used Zoom to create my 6-week course. So that is Camera Brave Academy. That's not going to launch again until the fall. And I used it. It was the very first thing that I ever did through Zoom. And I used it to record all of my modules and the 6 weeks worth of trainings inside of Zoom. Very user-friendly, easy to navigate. So building a course is one reason why learning the skill of video is so important. It's not just to get the views on your Instagram reels. It's to be able to creatively package and monetize the information that you have, or take yourself out of it. Think about it from the perspective of your audience. For your audience, it is a step-by-step way where they can learn what you have to offer, where they can learn the best dog walking practices, where they can learn how to create their own website, where you're walking them step by step, week by week through your content and teaching them in that matter. So courses are absolutely an excellent way to be able to add revenue to your business, and they are 100% utilizing video. And I would recommend using Zoom when doing yours. Could you record your course through a camera? Of course, but do you need to share your screen in any way, shape, or form? Is your computer setup just a little bit easier to navigate than breaking out the camera? Do whatever is going to work best for you and for your audience. All right, another way that you can use Zoom and video to add revenue to your business is offering coaching calls. Zoom is great for coaching calls, whether they are one-on-one or in a group setting. A lot of the times when you're teaching something, it's one thing to have the video of how to do it, but it's an entirely other thing to have access to the expert yourself. You are the expert in this case, just reminding you in case you forgot. It's another thing entirely to have access to that expert and to be able to talk to them and have your questions answered. People will pay for that. People will pay to have the access to you, to be able to talk one-on-one with you and to be able to get their questions answered. So being able to just sit and have video screen record of yourself is something that you can monetize. So coaching and consulting is another way that you can use video to monetize your skill of being on camera. The third way is taking the videos and having some sort of training and coaching style group or membership. So I just spoke on mine, the Camera Brave Club. I offer new monthly trainings for different types of social media platforms. And I actually use 2 different forms of screen recording to create those videos. I have the Zoom video, which looks very similar to this if you're watching me on YouTube. And then I also have a screen record device on my phone, which I have an iPhone. So it's actually just the natively integrated screen recording system that comes programmed onto your iPhone already. Nothing fancy. We go with simple over fancy over here. So if you have some type of group style membership, being able to stream coaching calls through your private Facebook group, being able to record tutorials and add them to your actual membership site, those are very valuable reasons to be able to offer video. And if you're wanting to build a group or a membership, the more value that you can add to that, the more enticing it is for your audience. So when you're able to just take an hour of your time and say, this is Q&A time, that's huge for some people, because the topic that you're teaching may feel so routine to you, but it's going to be so intimidating and feel like miles out of some of the people in your audience's league. So being able to have access to you for an hour of uninterrupted Q&A time in a private community where they know that they cannot be judged, where they can just speak their mind and get their questions answered, that's going to be a huge selling point for some people. The fourth way to add revenue through video: digital products. So this is something that I do plan on offering at some point down the road once I can figure out the best way to do it. But I teach these trainings that are only offered inside of my group right now. But I know that I could package the trainings that I have. I'm calling it my video vault that I am slowly building up and expanding, and offer for people to download and have access to that training for just a one-time fee. They pay, they get the one training, maybe a worksheet with it, and that's it. So being able to take your knowledge and record it and sell it, whether it's like a class or a workshop or a digital product, that's one way that you can use video. So being able to take what you know and package it into a sort of class or workshop or digital product is another stream of revenue that you can add just through knowing how to take video. And you can multi-purpose your content, which We love over here, always multi-purposing content. We're always reusing, thinking of new creative ways that we can make our content stretch a little bit further. This podcast is not just a podcast. It's a podcast. It's a YouTube video. It's a social media soundbite, and it will very soon be a blog post. We are getting there. But my point being, we take the content and we want to make it stretch as far as possible. So if you're making these trainings for your course, if you're making these trainings for your group, you could also have these evergreen sort of products that are digital that you could create with that content. And then the last idea for adding revenue through video is hosting different challenges or workshops. Now, I see this as being different from a digital product because digital products are evergreen. You can buy, purchase, and then be on your way. But for this, I'm talking about if you've ever been in like a 5-day coaching challenge or like a 7-day social media ramp up or something like that, they're typically like lower cost kind of challenges that typically are geared to sell you something bigger at the end, but they can be really fun and you can still absolutely learn a lot from them. I've personally been able to get quite a bit out of those type of challenges when you kind of commit and you decide to go all in. So I hosted one challenge. It was one of the very first things I did with Camera Brave. I hosted a confidence challenge almost a full year ago, and I did just Facebook Lives at the time. But now when I release my next challenge, I will do Zoom recorded video that is streamed live to the Facebook page. That way, those people that are in the challenge can have multiple ways to watch it back. Because again, I want it to be so easy for you to see my content. Make it easy for people to watch your content. So if you're doing a Facebook Live, then why not also have it be through Zoom and then have it recorded and put somewhere else? And then you could even send it out to your email list. Hey, in case you guys didn't sign up for this challenge, I just wanted to share day 1 with you. You can still join us here. You see what I mean? Like there are so many different ways that you can get creative through taking video, and all of these can absolutely be monetized. So do not think that it's just social media that you can use video for. I know I talk a lot about social media because I know that all small business owners are on social media, but I also know a lot of people that are on the Camera Brave page specifically are wanting to build courses. I do think that you are able to exponentially offer more value into your course when you can get comfortable and confident on camera. How do you get confident on camera? What a good question. You have to get started. You have to start now getting comfortable on camera, not the day that you're going to start recording your course, not once everything is all lined up, once all the content's laid out, once all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. No, 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 no. You need to start now. What's a good way for you to start? Go onto your Instagram stories and take a 15-second video of yourself. Take a quick boomerang. Instagram stories are a perfect way to get started because they disappear. They're a lot less intimidating because they will time out. You could start with a boomerang. You could start with a video where you're not speaking, or you could start with a video where you are just speaking, but showing something else. Those are 3 great little starter ideas for you to get started right now and not wait until you're about to launch the course or start filming it. Because being able to flush out your content, being comfortable to speak on camera, those are skills. They're not just things that you can learn for social media or something that you can get good at for your course. No, it's a skill that you can continue to refine and then have more offerings and more creative things that you're able to do with that skill. Now, if you know someone that is on the brink of wanting to offer a course, of wanting to do their own membership group, would you please do me the honor of sharing this episode with them? You can screenshot it and post it to Instagram stories and tag me in it. If it was helpful for you, I would be so honored. I truly love hearing what you guys think about these episodes because I love for it to be a 2-sided conversation, not a 1-sided conversation, because I do not have enough to say to get up here week after week to just talk. It's got to be a conversation. And so you guys sharing with me and telling me what you're loving about these episodes, it means the absolute world to me. As always, you can find me over at Camera Brave on Facebook, Instagram, and now on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, please go give me some love over there. I am brand new and would love to connect with you over there. Thank you so much for listening in today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you next time on the Camera Brave Show.